Welcome back, hipsters. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you all enjoyed The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Like I said, it's one of my favorite stories, so I'm really glad we got to read it together. And we're going to jump right in and go over our answers for our story elements chart. So I hope you have it ready, showing off your second grade ready work for completing this. So we figured out some of the characters from the beginning of the story. Then we had a couple new characters that came in the second half of the book. Did you get who they were? I hope you got the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wizard, two other main important characters that come up in the story. 2 thumbs up if you got those. Nice work. The setting, where the story takes place. Well, it starts in Kansas, where Dorothy lives with her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry and, of course, Toto. Then the cyclone comes, picks up her house, and takes her to the land of Oz. Then when she's there, she's traveling to the Emerald City to hopefully see the wizard to help her get back home. How'd you do with that one? Put yourself in the back. Now, the problem of the story, I added in about the cyclone because I realized that was a big part of the problem. So the cyclone took Dorothy away from her home in Kansas and she can't get back. Did we figure out the solution? Well, we know they had to take on the Wicked Witch of the West, but just by beating her, did that help Dorothy get home? Not exactly, right? The wizard was a big part of helping her get home. So the solution was that Dorothy helped the wizard and learned to use the ruby slippers and click your heels together 3 times to get back home. Did you get all of that work? We got to do it here. It's been too long. I don't know if everyone knows this one, but we're going to do the hamburger cheer. So if you know it, get your hands up. It goes like this. Sizzle, 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 not done yet. Sizzle, 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 not done yet. Sizzle, 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 well done. Excellent job, my friends. Hope you enjoyed that story. We're going to continue with it and do a little bit more with it today. So here's a picture of 4 of the main characters in this story. And I want you to think of who was your favorite character, because that's going to be part of your work today. After this video, you're going to watch a reading of the story, and I want you to really focus on that character, because here's what you're going to do. Your first step is to choose a character. Now, I chose Dorothy because we already talked about her, and we kind of did her in our story elements chart. So I'm going to use her as my example. You should definitely pick a different character to focus on. So, for example, you could choose the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, or the Lion. All really good choices, all really fun characters. If you really want to challenge and to step it up, you could even choose the Wicked Witch of the West. So think about it. Which character are you going to choose and focus on? Whisper it to me. Ooh, I can't wait to hear about it. Excellent. So after you choose your character, here's what you're going to do. I want you to think about and answer, what is the character's problem in the story? We talked about Dorothy's main problem, but the other characters have problems in the story too. So make sure you're really paying attention when you listen to the story today. Then think, what are some character traits to describe your character? Remember, character traits tell us more about what kind of person or animal that character is. And you have to use the character's words and actions to help you figure out some of those character traits. So again, pay really close attention to that when you're listening to the story today. Then you're going to draw and write to tell us more about your character. So you're going to answer those questions, give us those character traits, and give us your own creative work to show your character. So make sure you get creative. I know we have some fabulous artists out there, so I can't wait to see what you come up with. Here's an example of what my work would look like for Dorothy. You can see I have my picture of Dorothy in the middle, and then around it on the outside are some character traits that I found to describe Dorothy. I know she was sweet, she was brave because she took that journey, she was very friendly, she made a lot of friends on her way. Different character traits to describe Dorothy. Then, of course, I have to write and answer the questions about her problem in the story. So I wrote, Dorothy's problem is a cyclone took her away from her home in Kansas. She solved the problem by helping the wizard and using her ruby slippers to get home. So I wrote not just the problem, but also how she solved it. And in my picture and representation, I have my character traits to describe her. So, did I do all of the requirements? I chose my character. I said her problem. I even said her solution. I gave you some character traits to describe her. And I drew a picture and wrote my sentence to tell you all about her. Say, way to go, Miss Miller. Aw, thanks, guys. Can't wait to see your work, too. Here are some other examples of what your work could look like if maybe you chose the Scarecrow or the Tin Man. If anyone's up for that challenge of doing the Wicked Witch, I can't wait to see what you come up with. So just make sure that you meet all of the requirements. You choose your character. You tell us what that character's problem is. You're going to say what some of the character traits are that describe your character, and then have some kind of creative drawing or picture and write to tell us more about your character. Do you accept the challenge? Excellent. Can't wait to see your work. As always, take a picture, and hopefully some of the best work can be in our shout outs next week.